Hey guys, welcome back to Reality with me, Aja Elon, and we're on episode 9 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. And oh Lord, this season just keeps getting juicier and juicier. So it's Karen's birthday dinner, or it was Karen's birthday dinner, but after that conversation that Mia and Karen and Jacqueline had, Mia said that she doesn't think she should host it. And Karen was like, you don't have to. And Mia took that as, oh, she doesn't want me to host it. And Jacqueline was like, she didn't really say that. And I appreciate Jacqueline for, kind of being the one to check me in. I get that that's kind of how their relationship is, because Mia really do be off the rails sometimes. And it's an all-white dinner party, and I guess it's just a regular dinner party since it's not Karen's birthday dinner party anymore. Karen looks really good, okay? Karen looks good as fucking that, all white. All the women are supposed to be in all white. And I'm assuming that Mia was the one that set up that rule. But then Mia has a white dress on, but it has like big red roses like all over it. Like, we all know the protocol for color coordinating birthday events. Like, be fucking for real, Mia. Like, that was for attention. But like, I mean, I get it, but not everything is about you. Not everything is for you to stand out. And maybe that's just hard concept for her to grasp, but it's life. I really appreciate the moments where it's just like bonding. It's just girlfriends, and they had a good dinner for the most part. For the most part, Candace, she was upset a little bit, but for the most part, everybody else had a good dinner, and it seemed like it was one of those moments where they really just all seemed to get along. The producers and the editors being real shady this season, because every exchange that Jacqueline and Mia have, they put the closed caption on that bitch. Like, you gonna see that motherfucker. You gonna know exactly what was said, because remember this, we're gonna bring it back later. And it's weird. It's always like little weird things. Like, Jacqueline said something about Mia's husband's tongue. And I mean, in passing it, like, it wouldn't seem that big of a deal. But because they put the closed caption on it and they made sure we heard that shit, and they keep emphasizing this different sexually open relationship between Mia and her husband, and also Mia and her best friend Jacqueline, clearly it's gonna mean something later. So I'm tuned in. You got me. Well, they all bonded when they were telling their favorite Karen stories. But then it goes back to Ashley versus Candace. The battle of the white creepy husbands. Even though I don't think Candace's husband is creepy, but I don't know him. He could be. Candace's husband is subtweeting both Giselle and Ashley, and Ashley brings that up, and she's like, well, who is he talking about, and who is he threatening? It was kind of threatening, but you know how they like to take everything to the max. But Giselle's like, oh, so I thought that was about me, it's about you. And Candace is not hearing it. She's not having, I mean, she explains it in a very eloquent manner that basically these accusations are coming out about my husband that are baseless, and the way he chooses to respond to it on social media is, up to him, and is valid, and I completely get it. I understand, because if somebody was saying something like that and you're on the show, one of the things that they do is stir up drama, and they push stuff because that's what gets them paid. So I understand it, and it's been so many attempts to shut this down right where it started. And I mean, obviously that's what Candace wants to do. She wants to shut, nope, let's not even, but it's been dragging on, and I can only imagine it's gonna drag on all the way into the finale. Now, Candace in these confessionals, oh baby, long rolling heels of necks. Chef's kiss. That was just, and then the editing, and they went to show her long rolling heels of necks. It's just everything about this. Chef's kiss. 5 stars. 10 stars, 2 thumbs up. Like, it's just, oh my God, it's so messy. It's so messy. It is one of the messiest seasons, and that kind of makes it one of the best. I mean, it's reality TV. It's what we live for, the messiness of it all. Candace shuts it all down. She's not trying to hear any of it. And here Mia comes, relating this all back to the altercation between her and Wendy, because what riled Mia up was Wendy's accusations, or Wendy's just saying things about her marriage. So it was all, she all tied it back to this, like, oh, but when this was said about my marriage, and that's your friend, and you're standing up for her, and you're taking her side, and then again, sides, what? You 36. But Candace, go be with your friend. Go be with your friend. Why are you here? And that don't make sense to me. Because Wendy's really, she's alone. She's lonely. Go be with your friend. In all honesty, Candace don't even seem like she wants to be there with him. She looks so uninterested. She looks so just unfazed. She doesn't want to be there. As like a person, a human being, I don't like how like Housewives as a whole treat like the friends of the cast, because they kind of treat them like, you don't, what you have to say, you don't have to say, nothing matters, like this ain't your show. And like as a human being, I feel like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But as like a fan of reality TV, like, it's hilarious. It's like this running gag, and it's not even a gag, like they're dead ass. Like, you don't have a peach or whatever. I only know what the Atlanta, Dubai they hold gold. What do they hold in Potomac? Anyway, she ain't got it. Whatever it is, she ain't got it. And Candace was like, not you. I would hear from anyone but you. Anyone. It's big, you can't sit with us energy. In this context, I love it. Oh. And calling Jacqueline Mia's representative is really funny, because like, she was. She was. Like, she's spoken for Mia a few times just on this, what, 3-day trip. It's been 3 episodes and we're still on the trip. It was a weekend trip. Like, that's how fucking juicy it's been. They still out in Miami. Like, when I realized that we're like not even halfway through the season, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The time stamping starts. And you know, bitch, you know when they start time stamping that some big shit's about to go down, okay? It's like a little countdown. It's like a countdown, and I'm anticipating. So the time stamping starts is after the dinner. It's 10 something after the dinner. And Candace is on live, Instagram live, probably to tens of thousands of people. Or maybe it was 1,000. It was at least 1,000, because come on now, she's a celebrity. And she did the one snippet of, can't trust none of these hoes. None of them are loyal. She said she was tired of being there, tired of being around them. She said that they're panhandling their businesses. But she said this on live. Now, if you know how the internet works, you know that nothing is private. Like, for the most part, it's getting recorded and it's getting shared. So for me, I feel like she is no way she didn't have that thought that they're gonna see this. It doesn't make sense to me. And then she doesn't exclude anyone. She doesn't say anybody's name. She makes sure she says all of them are this or none of them are this. So it was very it was inclusive, you know? It was equal opportunity shade. And like, mind you, she made this while on a trip with them all. Go home. Go home, Roger. Next day, Jacqueline and Mia are getting ready, and they say what I've been saying. Candace needs to go be with her fucking friend. And I'm like, don't nobody else see this? And they see it, and they're like, Mia's like, if it's the same thing happened with me, wouldn't you come be with me? And Jacqueline's like, yeah, and like, duh, I'm not about to just leave my friend by herself to be with everybody else. Candace confides in Charisse, which I think was a really like nice moment between the two. And Candace goes off a little bit. Okay, she's Ashley, aka Forehead. She's talking about how she's projecting um the issues with her husband and her marriage onto Candace and her husband, which can be, it could be true. It could be true. It definitely seemed like it was like a gotcha moment for Ashley. Whereas that's not really how you would treat your friend, but I don't, who knows, but they're friends. I don't know, like, it's their relationships are really weird and complicated, and and one day they're friends, one day they're not. But I can say that I don't really like how they're all like talking about Ashley's divorce, because it's like, if it's not this type of divorce I went through, Giselle Robin, then it's not valid. And it's just like, their relationship was weird to begin with. So the divorce being weird isn't too far fetched. I don't know. Ashley doesn't seem happy. It does seem like they're getting a divorce, and it never came into my head that I would think that it was a fake divorce, like saying they're gonna divorce but not really doing it. I never got that vibe. It did seem weird to me, but I'm a woman that never really got divorced, so I can't really, I can't say to how the finances and buying things. That's what it was about. They were buying a house under like an LLC with both of them or what. I don't know how that should work. Okay, if they want to divorce and still have a business relationship, like, mind your business. Who's to say that that won't work for them? And it also does seem like Ashley's just like navigating this. She doesn't really know what she's doing. She's gonna learn and grow, hopefully. Cherie, she asked like, Wendy's still here? Like, duh, bitch, Wendy's still here. Like, what? She rearranged her whole schedule, has to rearrange her husband's schedule, I'm sure, because they have children that need to be, taken care of, and they both work. So to rearrange your whole schedule, to plan for this, to come out here, to be kid free, you think I'm about to fly back to them kids right now for what? The plan was for me to be away from them for this time, for me to be on vacation for this time. Why am I going to go back home? Now, I would have been out and about. It seemed like Wendy was just in her hotel. I would have been strolling in town, bitch. But why would she go back home before her time is up? Just because she not with y'all? Mia splits up the group, which is weird to me. Her, Jacqueline, Giselle, and Karen go to ride Lambos, and the rest of the girls are going to a boat. That's what she said. She said they're going to a boat. They get there, and it's a fucking pedal bar boat. And ain't nothing wrong with a pedal bar boat, but like, nothing. She just said boat. You're going on a boat. She really didn't give any details. So like, I'm thinking yacht. They're gonna be chilling on a boat. It's like some type of party, a boat party. No, it's not. It'd be nice to know that type of information. And I mean, like, you think Mia ain't know? Mia shady. She's shady. Cause you could have told me. You could have said what we was doing. You could have told me. Maybe she thought they wouldn't want to go if she told them what it was. I don't know. But they were all good sports, and they got on and took their heels off and everything. One thing about them splitting up into groups is that Candace could invite Wendy, and they're not being a huge problem because me and Jacqueline are in the other group. But then there's Robin, and she doesn't like Wendy. And it's just kind of, it's a little awkward, but it's really not like a big thing. While they're on the pedal bar, while they're on the way to get in the Lambos, Karen acknowledges that, she was being selfish when she invited Candace out, and that she should have thought about the whole picture. And she apologizes, and I'm like, oh, that's big of her. That's, because she didn't really have to, because she did kind of shut down when she asked Mia, Mia said no. She told Wendy, Mia said no. So it wasn't, she shut it down then. So I don't think she necessarily needed to apologize, but it was really big of her for apologizing. They get in the Lambos, and Karen goes with Mia and Jacqueline goes with Giselle. And it's that they're all like, getting along in their separate twosomes. It really does seem like the things that Mia has planned for Karen's birthday weekend are things that Karen actually likes to do, because she really enjoyed the Lambo. She really enjoyed the fire playing tricks and shit. The thing they were doing at dinner. What is that called? Fire blowing, fire tricks, fire magic. She really enjoyed that. She was Miss Grandin was moist. So I really do like that about Mia. It seems as if she knows Karen and that she's actually trying to do stuff that she would enjoy instead of just doing things, you know, for the group or things that she herself would like. The next day, Robin sees the Instagram live because a blog posted about it. Fucking duh. You're celebrities. You're on a show. You're actually filming this show while you made this Instagram live. There are whole Instagram pages that are like dedicated to this type of drama, reality drama, not just just celebrity drama, social media drama. Like, come on now. It's no way, Candace, that you did not know that everybody was gonna see it and this was gonna be a plot point. Robin tells Giselle about the video and plays the snippet, and from that point on, Robin's plotting on when and where and how she's going to present this to the group. To be continued. They're going out to dinner, the last dinner of the trip, and Candace asks the group, but mostly it was towards Mia, if they felt comfortable with Wendy coming. And Mia's like, nope, no, 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 no. Like, the same thing she did when Karen asked is the same thing she's doing now. And while I do feel like we need to give people the space to forgive and heal, when you're doing something like this, a show where these are your castmates, and it's been a thing where like these big dinners and these trips are a thing, these are a staple of the Housewives universe, and for her to put, I guess, her anger and her stubbornness above all that, I feel like that's kind of like come on now, you're doing a show. This is a collective effort, like, come on now, like, you gotta be at least open to receiving what somebody has to give, if whether it's an apology or amends or whatever. I feel like you just have to be open to when she's in a very specific special situation, being on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So she says no, and I just want to note that Ashley is there. Ashley responds. She says like, okay then, or well then. I think she says okay then. So that's, noted. She's wearing, it looks like a Mugler catsuit, one piece, and oh, I love Mugler. Ooh, it looks so good. I love the divorced black woman glow up. I love it, especially watching on the Housewives with these rich black women, and they are all suppressed and unhappy, and then they get this divorce, and it's just bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, shaking ass, drinking, bad bitch, where that nigga at? I'm a bad bitch, give me another nigga, another nigga, another nigga. Ooh, pay my bills, I'm a bad bitch, bad bitch. And Ashley out here making TikToks. Like, that's her bad bitch divorcee era, is her TikTok era, which is, I don't know quite how to feel about it, but if it's making her happy, if it's making her happy, it's giving her something to do, then I'm all for it. I love it. I love it. You like it? I love it. Mia and Jacqueline are in separate cars, and here they go oversharing again. And by they, I mean Mia. And out of all people to overshare to Giselle, Has she not seen the show? Mia tells the group in her van, which is Ashley, Giselle, and Sharice. And first she says that Jacqueline's attracted to Ashley, which is like, did she want you to tell her that? Because that's maybe like best friend talk, you know? And then again, completely unprovoked, she tells a story about how she gave Jacqueline the permission to try out her man at the time because she was stigmatized and she wanted her to try it. She was like, "This is amazing. I need you to come check this shit out. Like what? Like sis, like come get a taste." And she did, and it's why we talk about this right now, and then with her not around. Like that's the part I don't like, is that she's saying this stuff when Jacqueline's not around, because who knows if Jacqueline is okay with sharing that information. As soon as they get to the restaurant, Ashley goes out in private, calls Wendy, and invites her. Now, if you remember, I didn't note that she was there earlier when Mia was vehemently against Wendy coming. And she invited her anyway. This is just the shade and the juiciness that I like, because what the fuck? But she does go, as soon as she comes back to the table, before she even sits down, she's sitting next to me. She's like, I invited Wendy, and they're all kind of like, come again? And she explains how she feels about the situation. But me personally, you could have done that before, when Candace had asked, and like backed Candace up and was like, well, she deserves to be here too, whatever, whatever. But instead you went in private and invited her, and then didn't even tell Wendy, give Wendy a heads up, like, hey, Candace already asked earlier and Mia was against it, but I'm gonna invite you. And like, just give me a heads up, because if I come in this bitch and she's mad at me and I'm thinking that everything is okay because you invited me, then now I'm kind of in a weird position. I didn't like that. I feel like it was sneaky, and it was like it didn't give anybody a chance to actually decide how they wanted to move about the situation, because they didn't know the situation. There is a discussion about it, because some of the other women are like, that was kind of like rude of you to just take it upon yourself to make this decision for the entire group, when we were just in a big blowout explosive altercation. And that's something that, affects all of them, and I do feel like they all should have some type of say in it. But again, I do think Wendy should be there. It's just the way you go about it, because I really feel like Ashley should have stand 10 toes down when Candace brought it up, because then at least y'all can have each other's back. But, she just invited her there, and, it is what it is. Now, because of this, me and Ashley are exchanging minor insults, and Candace turns to Jacqueline, and she's like, why aren't you jumping in and defending your friend? And it's like, what are you doing, Candace? Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Sometimes, shut the fuck up. Like, it's really okay sometimes to shut the fuck up. I swear, you do not need to hear your voice all the time. You don't. Silence is okay. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Because this had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with her. She inserted herself when, come on, baby, you was going to be inserted anyway, okay? We was going to make you the star of the show. Just wait a second. You could have just sat down and ate your food at this moment, because your time is coming. We're going to call you up to the stage in a second, bitch. Let me get the Bluetooth speaker, okay? Wendy comes in, and the first thing she does, and it does seem like at first she was like, I'm gonna say it to the table, but then she said, well, this is for you, Mia, because she wanted to make it clear, and I appreciate that, Wendy. She said she was sorry. She apologized for her part in the situation, for escalating the situation, and it seemed sincere. It seemed like something that she thought about. She's been in the hotel room by herself, probably thinking about the situation most of the time anyway, and I was shocked. I was mouth wide open watching her apologize, like, is this real? And it is real, and I'm proud of her. And that was like, I love that so much. But me, it was still being a bitch. And I get it, get over things on your own time, but like, damn, she apologized to you, and she's in the confessional saying that, oh, I don't know who she was talking to, but it wasn't to me. Like, why are you being so petty about it? She apologized. Like, what more do you want out of people? You don't have to accept their apology, but don't sit and act like it didn't happen. And then she's like, clapping and being all extra about it, which, is also much. It's a little much. It is. And I think Jacqueline was like, she heard you. It was, I can only assume it was Jacqueline because I didn't know the voice. So Jacqueline was like, she heard you. It's like, why do you have to speak for her? Representative? Representative. Representative. What are you doing, representative? You don't have to be a representative. You don't. We're grown. Y'all grown. Growner to me. Y'all grown as hell. So now that everyone is there, Bluetooth speaker. Robin brings out the Bluetooth speaker and puts it right in the middle of the table just so everybody can make sure they hear it and they have a clear ear view of the speaker. And she starts to play Candace talking shit about them. And Candace's face, I don't know if it was just the editing, but she looked like she was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this is happening right now. How could you not? What did you think was going to happen? Seriously, what did she think was going to happen? It's been plenty of times where they've taken social media posts and tweets and things, and like, that was how they beefed and how they went back and forth. So you know people are watching you. You know people are watching you. It's no, I don't. I'm gonna have to wait till I hear what she say on the reunion, because how could you not think that everyone was going to hear this? So everybody's mad. All the girls are mad. The girls are mad. The girls like to tussle. So they're mad, and they're all kind of like shocked because it did kind of come from nowhere. Like, where obviously we know she doesn't like the Green Eye Losers, but it was towards everyone. It didn't exclude anyone. It didn't exclude Wendy. It didn't exclude Karen. Um, it was everyone, and everyone's upset. And Candace, the victim that she is, she made it about her being the victim. First, she double downs and says, I said what I said in the confessional. She said, I said what I said. And also at the dinner, she said, well, if I said it on my live, then I meant it. And bitch, I gotta take my hat off to you for that shit, because that's some real ass shit. What was not real is making yourself the victim and saying that Robin is trying to shame her. These are your own words that you did not say in private, that was on the internet for all to see. If it was something for you to be ashamed about, then maybe you shouldn't have done it. But I think shame you, like the words that specifically Candace is using this season and making things seem way more aggressive than what they are, is really blowing me, because shame you, shut up. Is always the victim. She's forever the victim. She says, well, yeah, I said it, but Robin, you didn't need to do this. You, like, it was a lie. But I mean, what do you expect from this group? What do you expect? Because I feel like Candace is a lot also. She's going around the table saying how she really feels, but not really, because it's like, oh, Karen, that wasn't about you, even though she said none of them are loyal. They're all panhandling. She made sure to use the all-inclusive words, okay? She made sure to do that. It was very specific. I like that. But then she doubles down, but then she takes it back. When it comes to certain people, it's not about you, it's not about you, but Giselle, you're this and you're that, and Robin, you're this and you're that. The people that we like already knew she didn't like, she kind of doubled down on them. But then everybody else, it was like, oh, it wasn't about you. And she holds on to that whole loyal thing. None of them are loyal. And she kind of says to Robin, like, this proves that you aren't loyal. Like, what does this have to do with being loyal? I really want her to explain that, because what is she wanted her to tell her in private? Oh, you're talking about all of us? Why? Like, I don't really understand. It was about everyone. It wasn't just about one person or two people, because then I understand that part of it, come to her in private and make it a one-on-one, two-on-one, whatever. But you were talking about everyone, so I do feel like everyone has the right to hear it. Not doing it at dinner and putting the speaker in the middle of the table. I don't know. I don't know about that, but we love the drama. Ashley could not motherfucking wait. She said, well, Karen, she sat back and she said next to Karen, she was like, well, since she lumped you in with all of this, I might as well tell you what she said about you and your husband. And they showed a clip. She did say it. I remember she said it at the beginning of the season. Her and Ashley and Candace were kikiing it up. And Candace said that Karen she flew to another city and she was having dates with someone that wasn't her husband. And that is something that she said. She denies it. She's like, what? I would never. Why would I say something like, the typical line stuff? Why would I say something about y'all marriage? Why would I say something about you? Why would I ever say that? Why would I come up with something like that? Where would I get that from? Who in their right mind would think that I would? You know what liars be doing, and and then the tears, the victim tears, because of course she's the victim when she said something about Karen's marriage. And Ashley told Karen, and now Karen is rightfully upset about it. Of course, Candace is a victim in it all. Like, duh. What you mean? Even if she wasn't in the situation, she's a victim. Like, what are you talking about? Obviously. Have you not seen Real Housewives of Potomac? Karen is like so mad to the point that she really can't speak, doesn't know what to say. And she tells them not to talk about her fucking marriage. If you don't have the receipts, then don't say anything. And storms off and, goes to the bathroom. And Candace is still telling Ashley that she didn't say it and that you need to clear it up because I didn't say that. Karen comes back and it's very clear that Karen does not believe what Candace is saying, because not once did Candace turn to Ashley, because I feel like that's probably like within Candace's character. And then she's like, yeah, that seems 1 + 1 = 2, my nigga. Yeah, that seems pretty correct to me. Why is just always doing some stupid shit? Like she's catching the rainwater in her napkin. Like, what the fuck? Ooh. And why the camera always gotta cut to her doing some stupid shit? Just goofy. Like, what? It'd be marbles riding around in that motherfucker. Just click, 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 click. Candace goes and calls her husband, and he does what a supportive husband is supposed to do, supporting her, backing her up. And then we get another timestamp. They're leaving the restaurant. We get another timestamp. Okay, so it's about to go down. It's about to go down. So it's a timestamp, and Giselle goes home, and they're like, "We're gonna go to the club." And then again, there's another one of those beautiful sisterhood moments where they're all like having a really good time. There's no fussing, no fighting. Karen is dancing all over Mia, and Robin and Wendy are having a moment, and they're all hugging up on each other. And Mia and Candace are flashing titties. It's beautiful. It's beautiful Black women unity right there. And I love that. I love that. I wish that moment could have been longer, but you know what? That's not what makes this show money, is it? Not the camaraderie, huh? Maybe a little bit. The mess is there, though. The mess is number one. They timestamp again, and Mia leaves early to go home, and then the rest of them leave, and they're in the van fucking yelling at each other. Who's yelling at each other? Robin and Candace. And Candace is going on and on about her not being loyal, about her presenting that to the group to sabotage her. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all that she called it an ambush when it happened at the dinner. That was not an ambush. Those were like your words that you said, and only Robin was, I guess Robin and Giselle, but Giselle didn't really say nothing. It was just Robin. So ambush, that's again with her being like overboard with the words. But yeah, they're drunk and emotional, and Ashley is recording from the back with her camera facing up on her. So it's not like they know she's recording, but she is recording the arguing between them. And it's all about them not being friends, and that was shady for Robin to do. But it's like Candace doesn't accept responsibility for anything she does, not even the words that come directly out of her mouth. And it's crazy to me, and I maybe by the end of the season she will, because they're going to play all this stuff back for her, especially at the reunion, and see where all her lies cross. And maybe she'll be like, well, damn, I be lying, oops. I mean, I don't know. Just taking responsibility for what she does as an adult is something that I hope she can do that soon, because it's an ongoing theme of her throwing rocks and hiding her hands, being this aggressive person, but somehow she's the victim. She's slamming people and talking about everybody on Instagram, but somehow she's the victim, spreading rumors about Karen, and somehow she's the victim. It's just a big argument. And then Mia FaceTimes Robin, so Mia is kind of, you know, aware of what's going on. She said it. Candace, you said it. You said those words. They can't. I'm so confused. I'm perplexed, because I mean, those words came out of her mouth, directly out of her mouth, into her phone, to hundreds or thousands of people on Instagram. And it's just like she holds no responsibility for it. Absolutely none. She, I don't, she didn't expect nobody to see it. This is crazy to me. I can't even make sense of it in my head. But there's more mess to come. Okay, we got more mess to come. So I hope you guys come back with me to watch my next recap and the rest of the recaps for the season every Tuesday, right here. Like and subscribe to this video, and hit the notification bell if you need any type of reminders for when my videos come, okay? Make it nice and easy for you and me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next Tuesday and every Tuesday after that, right? Right. Bye.